your bill also enacted a significant amount of making sure that other ministries work together. And I think that's often confusing for many people, for many Albertans. How does it actually function within government? That synergy. I think there was 10 or 12 different ministries that were all come together. Yeah. What is that synergy, and how do we actually? What are some of the processes? Maybe you can name one or two that actually improve for.
Sure. Well, it's actually an omnibus bill because people think that I remove all the regulatory. All the unnecessary regulations in this province. And the fact is that I only reduce the regulatory requirements on my own ministry. Mm-hmm. What my job is to hold the other ministers accountable to reducing red tape in their departments. And the good news is when it comes to our entire cabinet, there is no light between us when it comes to getting rid of unnecessary regulations. And so, this was 12 different pieces of amendments that were across ministries. And I'll give you an example of one of my favorite ones that was largely unpicked up by the media. In fact, I don't think the media picked it up at all, quite frankly. Yeah. And what it was right now for women that flee domestic violence or an abusive spouse, we have basically a support payment for them that is the same level of support regardless of how many children they have. They might have no children, they might have 6 children, they get the same payment. So we actually reduced the red tape in there so that we could actually much easier pay per dependent. So the value of that support payment to the individual fleeing domestic violence will actually go up, and it'll go up in proportion to how many children they have. I mean, this is just one more example of making life better for not just Albertans, but vulnerable Albertans. And yeah, it was largely picked up. It was largely not picked up by the media.
That's really too bad, because that's important. Yeah. I know you have a big heart for those that aren't, for those that are downtrodden. So thanks for that. So in this conversation, have we seen significant movement on that already, or are we still in regulations for that?
Yeah, well, it's early days because, as you know, we just passed the legislation. We proclaimed it recently, and now we're in that phase where we're writing the regulations. Excellent. But it should take effect very soon because, my department, everyone knows that there's some priority pieces of regulatory requirements in there that we want to get rid of to make life better for Albertans. So we're moving quickly.
Excellent. I do appreciate that about you, actually, is your willingness to engage and often bring. For context, there is a process, and these ministers often bringing different pieces of legislation and ideas forward. So thanks for doing that and being constantly there.